Thank you so much to Ella Marie and the band. What a way to start today. And I was just saying to Oswald on the way up on stage here that what a privilege it is to spend this time together with all of you here. Thank you so much for participating at the exchange. And I say participate and not attend. No one gets to attend the exchange. It's about taking an active collaboration and being part of driving this forward and using these 2 days to do something together that is meaningful. 2 weeks ago, I was also in New York, and I was able to see firsthand Greta Thunberg and the youth raising their voice and demanding action, just like we heard in the previous section here. There's an anger for the lack of actions. And I can understand their fury, because we knew that this would happen, or we should have known that this would happen. In 1979, in the Charney Report, based on science, it was predicted what would happen to the climate unless we changed the trajectory of our emissions. So actually, now in 2019, 40 years later, what is happening to the climate is with amazing accuracy described back in 1979. And as a collective world community, we've been sitting on the fence. It leaves us with 10 years to fix it. And that means that what could have been adjustments to how we run businesses and operate the society 40 years ago is not longer an option. It means that we have to do radical change in order to deal with this. Certainly, the old growth model of what we've seen in growth in the last 60 years has been tremendous in terms of economic growth, bringing people out of poverty, dealing with hunger. Life expectancy has increased, but it's also come at a cost. There hasn't been a fair distribution of the wealth, and it has come at the cost of the environment. And we need a new growth model, and that is what the exchange is all about. Last year, I said that we should be measured not by what we said at the exchange, but by the actions happening as a result of the exchange. And let me share a few things from what has happened since we last met. At the studio that we had, at the Yara studio, we talked about circularity, the need for that. Another company that participated there was Veolia, one of the largest waste management company in the world. And this summer, we jointly launched the Nutrient Upcycling Alliance, where we will take nutrients from the waste streams, bring them back into the food chain, and create new business models around that. Thank you. 2 years ago at the exchange, we talked about green ammonia. And just a couple of weeks ago, together with the Swedish food producer, Lantman, we launched an initiative to bring the first certified fossil-free food chain through the use of fertilizer based on renewable energy, and branding the food with that, enabling the consumers to make choices based on the carbon footprint. And this we're aiming to bring to business by year 2022. We also heard from the youth last year, from Young Sustainable Impact, 2 years ago and last year, and I'm sure it's more than me that remember that Danat spoke up and said that you need to bring the youth on board and to have the youth as part of the solution. We worked together with Young Sustainable Impact, and we took part in their 5-month innovation program, and utilizing youth across the world, using their networks to get new great ideas on innovation and helping to commercialize that. The result of that are 2 startups that we have an option to invest in right now. And talking about youth and job creation, nowhere in the world is this more crucial than in Africa. In Africa, there's a need to create 12 million jobs every year to deal with the population growth. And at current rates, I think the actual number is around 4 million. And we need to create growth opportunities. And one area where there is an opportunity to create growth is in agriculture. So a project was launched in January called Generation Africa, where the idea is to mobilize young people to get into the agriculture sector and to start their own businesses. But then we need to also convey the message that agriculture is not something old-fashioned. It can be leading-edge technology, fantastic job opportunities, but then that message needs to get out there. Through Generation Africa, 50 million people got that message. And we had applications from 3,000 people that were competing to be finalists to get a grant to get started and also support to get their businesses started. So these 3,000 people have been battling it out until September of this year, and we had 12 finalists, and 2 of them are in this room together with us, Bonolo and Leah, and you can meet them in the marketplace later on today. And investors out here, invest in these entrepreneurs. They have fantastic ideas for how to generate jobs and growth, and in a sustainable way. But none of this is possible without collaboration and partnerships. And I'm very pleased that we're joined today by Mr. Strive Masayiwa. He's our partner in Generation Africa, also a person I call a dear friend and mentor. He is one of Africa's foremost entrepreneurs. He revolutionized the telecom sector in Africa and created Econet. And when Kofi Annan wanted a green agricultural revolution in Africa, he called upon Strive's leadership to help him in that. And he's done that since 2006, not for personal profit, for business profit. He did it because it's the right thing to do, because he can help in supporting that. And to put it in perspective, when Facebook did a survey on who the most influential people are, the business person in the world, not only in Africa, the business person in the world that has the most active followers, that's Strive Masayiwa. And he's using that not for personal benefit, but to inspire and to drive new entrepreneurs to help with job creation and to support in agriculture. And to me, that is true inspirational leadership. As I said, what we need now is a different growth model. What we need is a new way of leadership. It used to be growth at any cost. Now it has to be growth the right way. And we have to stop talking about us as a business community, but rather as a collective society. So this is a joint effort. I really look forward to these 2 days together with all of you. Use your power, use your imagination to help drive this forward. And I look forward to participate, to listen, and to summarize at the end of these 2 days. And let's make sure that a year from now, when we come back here, that we can have a long list of things where we can say, this happened because we were at the exchange these 2 days. Thank you.